It's funny because those motos don't know shit. Some of them do. The cool ones. But nah, some fools are like, we don't carry that for that year. It's a special car. And I'm like, look it up for a 78 F-150. And that fool's like, what? Some bitch. And take out all that fucking old oil. It'll be less heavy. And I won't make a fucking mess. Looks like shit, that oil. I hope. But I'll be exercising removal. Anyway, it's not good. I won't lose some money, I think. So this white guy will buy the C6 cores for 300 pounds. You know, they're bad. Hell yeah, my brother. I have this shit technically lined up. I have it strapped to that Oshkosh car. Cheesy Penny. That's original 63 fucking radio flyer, you know what I'm saying? But I use that shit here. I'm just gonna like remove the strap, bump it a little bit forward, and jack the whole cart with the jack, and we should be in business. Pretty easy. Easier than I thought it would be anyway. Let's not fucking jinx it right now. It's fucking 10 o'clock and it's still 100 degrees outside. I'm fucking sweating. But she on. This shit was a bitch. Easier said than done, like always, but just gonna button up and fingers crossed. Yo, I'm fucking hyped on this shit because homeboy here traded me this fucking 50s unknown car bumper with bumper guards and this badass little lip. Obviously don't belong in this truck, but it's gonna look sick as fuck. So I traded it for a square body bumper, rear bumper that I had there. And it's a little bit narrow, but it should fly once I'm done with it. So I put it all together yesterday. You just gotta do torque down the torque converter bolts and all the accessories, the starter and all that shit. I don't know if you have experience with these fucking aftermarket oil pressure gauges. This plastic little hoses always become brittle and just crack. Like if you fucking touch it wrong, it'll crack. You can see a piece right here. So what I gotta do is buy a piece of copper tubing of the length so I can replace that, and there's no need in risking destroying the motor because of that Chinese shit. So I like it. I think it's narrower than it's supposed to be. I can just slice it in half. I don't know, maybe. But important is I have a bumper now. And whatever this bullshit they did here, it sucks. I'm probably gonna cut it off because it's like literally not even welded on right. And I think those are pieces of a jack. I think I can just cut it off and probably bolt this bitch on the actual frame. There's a lot of whole shit I gotta revise on this whole frame and shit. But for sure I'm gonna cut this bullshit off. It's kinda not really even on there. I don't know why they did that. It's a fucking bumper jack. Cut that bitch off. So that shit's cut off. And then I cleaned it up a little bit, trying to anyway. Take off all the shit that they welded on there. So I can clean up this bracket. And then I grinded down these factory rivets. So I can split this bracket and slide it in between. It actually fits good. I just gotta do all that so I can slide in there, but it should be golden. It's gonna look pretty tight. I don't know if these trucks have a fucking valence panel down here, but if not, I'm gonna have to make one. Well, I'm gonna have to make one regardless, but I don't know if they had one. Just to fill in the little gap. I have rusted material that'll fucking look the part. I like the lip on a dope. Obviously that stick is just for mock-up, it's holding it up. She looks like a pretty beast. I like it. It's actually just as wide as the original bumper. I guess it just looks a bit narrower because of that fucking shape of it. Most important is the only one available, and I traded it for that square body bumper, so it's just what's gonna be. So the fucking parts truck has a 6-cylinder, but it has the same power steering pump as this 90 Bourbon. Same deal, except different pulley. I gotta use a puller. I'm gonna put the pulley from this one, and it should be the same thing. Gotta remove this bracket and take off these hoses too. Alright, I don't think it matters anymore, because I mean, why would you even be stealing cars like from the 70s and shit, right? But if you're trying to steal a car from like the 70s or GM, you would break into the steering column under the steering column here. You would break into here, and then you would slide this right there. It's like you're opening the key, ignition, accessory, and then if you fucking go like that, you should be able to crank. Yeah. And this is usually like bolted to the fucking steering column somewhere. Connected to this little shaft that's somewhere, I don't know, I think I broke it off on to this shaft. And this shaft is what moves the key. You see the key? Quack, 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 quack. And the shaft moves that switch and that turns the car on. I bought this gross Fairlady Schwinn for parts, because I got it for like cheap as fuck. So just the tires, you know what I'm saying, like 20 bones, and the tires, the fucking, probably the pedals because they're chrome, fenders, and these handlebars are probably like them better than the ones I have on the other one. I guess right off the bat, the handlebars are way sicker on this one. They're taller, and obviously tires. I'm gonna leave this chrome multi-spoke wheels. You can see the difference. These were starch laced and these were straight. So the wheels are better on the blue one. But for for sure seat. The seat pattern and color though, I don't really like it, but it matches kind of like the grain that the bike has, and I'm gonna leave that patina, that Bondo shit, so it's gonna be alright. Wish it was a fucking full fender in the front, but it's just one of those little half fenders. I'm gonna stay on the lookout for chrome fenders anyway. I'm fucking happy because this bike's super fucking fresh. Like, this bitch is clean. So much so that I'm gonna reuse the inner rib things. These are usually wrecked. But yeah, handlebars are better. And I wanna scrape my fucking grip. It's looking more complete. The little hearts on the white fenders do go with this, because I'm gonna keep this paint job, right? Trying to preserve like the old patina. But I don't know, there's a lot of green on that shit and too much purple. Let's see if I can get this shit tagged up, because it's gonna be just for show. I don't think nobody's really gonna be sitting on that hull. And since it's vinyl, I'm pretty sure paint markers can catch pretty sick on it. I think I know just the guy. So I was able to fucking change the pump. This is wrecked, right? Look at the fucking, how much it ate the bearing. I had to convert it or change the pulley to this serpentine one and then change the lines. Hopefully this line doesn't leak because it actually has a different flare type, but I've swapped them around before. It just changed a little bit in the later 80s. They still bolt up. So, I think I have most of this shit figured out. I just gotta shave a lot of the like accessory lights and I don't know what the fuck else. I think I snipped the fucking tail light harness or unplugged it, or I don't remember exactly, so I gotta fucking figure that out. But yeah. I'm out on the bourbon and shit. Damn, some sort of old Ford pulled out and shit. I think this paint's gonna clean up once I wax it. What the fuck is this fool getting in line for? Get the fuck out of here. It's gonna be a while. All this black shit's coming off. I'm happy about that. You can just see it fucking come off. Yeah, she's about getting ready to leave. Goodbye, Suburban. Maybe. I know a lot of people have been interested, but might be sold. If not, I'm gonna post it tomorrow. Just depends. I'm looking at a trade here, so if I like your vehicle and cash on top, I might do it too. Somebody just ate it bad right here in Montana. Hopefully everybody's okay. It ain't looking too promising. Alright, so this is the third transmission on this here vehicle. Second engine. The engine's still going good. Blow first one and then... So, this is a C6 for sure. Out of like an 80s F350. But this is a split case bell housing fucking transmission and it's way smaller. And somebody was telling me it's probably a C4 or a FMX, which is like a mix of the FX and the FM. Again, I'm kind of just fucking regurgitating or whatever the fucking facts this one cat was telling me and shit, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my French accent here, but yeah, I don't know. It's just endless fucking staircase of bullshit with this. Anyway, I need to buy a filter and a fucking gasket and a modulator, which is like fucking 80 bones for sure, just to see if it works, and all the fluid. But again, it was just 200 bones, so you can't. I guess it just is what it is. It's hard to find this big block fucking Ford transmissions for cheap anyway. I think the moral of the story here is don't be doing no fucking burnouts. I think that I should just burn the fuck out of the slicks and then when I change to those grip tires, I think. I find it easier to degrease it now that it's fucking mounted and shit, and I'm gonna change the pan anyway. Pan gasket or whatever. Fucking chickens. Anyway, I had to make this fucking line rubber because I had them hard lined all badass over here on both sides, but since it's a different transmission, I had to change this one to a fucking rubber line. And I need to sit tight so it doesn't hit or whatever, I don't know. Trim it. I ain't too worried about it yet. First I gotta see if this fucking bitch even fucking shifts. And that strap was just helping me hold the transmission up when I was bolting. I gotta take that bitch off. The shifter's connected. Fucking... Been neglecting the shit out of this thing. I mean, I bought it for any reason, huh? I'm gonna drive it. Wind up dying and not use it at all. I took the Bourbon back apart here because there's no power to the AC module, and I was able to fucking hijack the blower motor and the clutch, and they're actually both working. Like the clutch engages and the blower motor has it's coming on, and then I check continuity on the fucking high pressure switch and it's good. So I know the brown wire from the main fuse, it's probably not sending any power to the fucking module. And that's happened to me a couple of times where I've seen it, where somebody fucking installs a radio. I want to toot my fucking horn yet, but that right there, brown wire with a fucking stripe, is the main power for the fucking head unit for the AC. And then I chased it down and it turns out that fucking pigtail is unplugged for some fucking reason. So that might be an easy fucking fix. Just gotta find out where it belongs to now, but hopefully they didn't unplug it for a reason and they should like start on fire or something. I'm saying, but yeah, I hate wiring shit from the 80s and 90s, but whatever, it's worth it for this little truck. Long story short, these motherfuckers cut all the power to the fucking AC. Now I have blower and everything. The vents work, high and low, and fan, all that shit. And I have to rewire the radio too, because they actually use the power to the AC unit for the radio because they're cunts. But yeah, now I gotta recharge the system, see if it cools, but at least it fucking works from the dashboard.